good time with friends. It's all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. You know what? This is the last episode of the Black Spitter Music Vidcast of 2025.
Well, you scared me a little bit there. I thought you were saying it was the last episode ever.
He's dropping news at the top of the hour.
And by doing so, we're going to be ranking our top 10 albums of 2025 with me and co-host Al. What's up, Al?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, this year flew by, man. I mean, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I remember it seems like yesterday I was tapping my wife's glass saying Happy New Year last year, and fucking here we go again, man. You know? So yeah, I hope everybody, had a good year, and and if they didn't, then the new year's coming up, and hopefully it'll be a better year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's many, many more years.
Excuse me.
And joining us today is Chris Elliott. What's up, Chris?
I just dropped a nice little burp for you. I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing great.
Very professional. I'm the most professional broadcaster in this room, probably by years, and yet I burped into the mic. How dare I?
But that's still why we asked you to be here. And there's a reason, there's a reason why I asked both Chris and Jimmy on is that we have a master group where we share albums, and they have been sharing a lot of albums for 2025. So I wanted them to come on and share those albums with us. If any of those that they've been sharing are going to be in their top 10, there's a band that I want to talk about that I was introduced to them, and they made my list, and probably a lot more of their music will be coming up. I'll talk about that. And how are you, Jimmy? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Man, so excited. I'm currently in the middle of Snowmageddon 2025.
Oh, man.
And they're expecting between 10 and 20 inches of snow.
Where are you?
10 and 20.
I am in central New York.
Oh, my God.
I am kind of smack dab between Syracuse and Utica, if that gives you any sort of...
No, it does. Yeah.
Wow. Any sort of idea. So we get basically lake effect off of two lakes. So
that's crazy.
We can get it off Ontario and Erie.
Oh, wow.
Which it just, yeah.
Well, have fun.
It's a good time. It's good. Glad I get to work from home this week.
That's great. Yeah, that's always nice.
Like, do you even contemplate shoveling at that point, or is it just like, we'll wait till it melts?
I was kind of over it, but then there was a FedEx truck that got stuck right in front of our house.
Oh, man.
So we ended up helping shovel the guy out and push him out.
It's like, I always consider the move to Canada, but yikes, man, that's a lot of snow.
It is. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited for the new year. Excited for the to talk about some newer records that came out and some good music that came out. And I kind of threw my list together, and I know I'm forgetting a ton of stuff. So, but there's some obscure prog like you would expect, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, 2025 was a very good year for new music, and but it was really just as strong as last year. It seems to be getting stronger. What do you think about 2025, Al? About the music that year?
Yeah, going through the list and going through like releases and stuff like that. I there's a lot of great, and I couldn't fit what I wanted to on my top 10, which is always a good sign. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of great music that was released. So there was a couple albums I forgot about too. Like I was into them, and then I kind of, as the year progressed, I kind of forgot about them. But
those January, February albums, right?
Yeah, obviously. And then there's some strong releases like late in the year too. So it was kind of like like I had a long list, and then I whittling it down to 10. It's like, where do I put this? Where do I put this? Do I have to cut this out? And all sorts of shit. It's the usual problems with doing lists anyway. I mean, so
yeah.
But I thought there was some pretty strong albums this year, man. I think last year might have been a little better in my opinion for me personally.
It was though,
but this year there was some good ones too. I think next year is going to be really good. I think there's going to be some good shit coming out next year. So
you got a Neil Morse Band album coming out. It was just got to be good. So anytime you get Portnoy and Neil together.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah, I saw them together in Transatlantic, which was really cool. You know,
What a great band.
I got to see
That was
them
a
live
great
that
band.
live once. It blew my head off, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It made
Musicians
me
off the chart.
appreciate that band even more because you know, like they released a few albums and stuff, and I listened to them, and then actually I've seen them live. I kind of revisited them, and I was like, yeah, great band. So
They're very fascinating too because they're incredibly diverse within themselves. Like you know the Trey
you got somebody from
Anastasio.
Brilliant in there. You got
Trey Anastasio in there. You got like you know what I'm saying. Like that's a weird mix. And on its surface, you're like, does this work? And yeah, it works. It's really fucking good.
And they're pretty much done. They're not going to do anything else. Well, there was something with Roy Nostalt from Flower Kings and I think Mike Portnoy. They've never said what happened on the last tour, but there was
some headbutting probably.
Yeah. Well,
and,
I don't want to.
And Portnoy was like, "I'm not doing this again."
I don't want to give away the game here, but if I was a betting man, I would say it has something to do with because Roy Nostalt and Hasse Froberg from the Flower Kings drank me under the table so bad that it took me like 12 hours to wait. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I had a bad night. I was hanging out with Jolly, the band Jolly. I was hanging out with the Flower Kings, and yeah, it was something. So, oh wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm lying. See, I always mess the story up. It wasn't Roy Nostalt. It was Jonas Reingold that drank me on the table. It wasn't. Okay. But Roy Nostalt was there. He was hanging around. Yeah. He was there. So
he was in the presence of the room.
So I'm sure he partied with the best of them back in the day. Well, especially with beer or whatever. It was all beer. It wasn't like anything hard, but it was crazy.
100%.
All right, guys.
What about you, Andy? What about you?
Yeah. Oh, what about 2025?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Last year I was able to make 2 lists and be on 2 different shows and 2 different lists. So, but this time I was only able to compile 1 and maybe 2 honorable mentions. But all because there wasn't an abundance of it. The ones that I picked were really, really, really good. And it's a mixture of pop and rock and metal, and I got a couple of old favorites that released new music, and a couple of new bands that I have been kind of dabbling around, and they released albums this year, so nice. I checked them out, and they were able to make my list.
There was a huge new, not to reveal or give anything away, but it was a huge new kind of discovery for me. That like blew me away, blew my head off, and it's gonna be on my list.
That's awesome, dude. I love that.
I love discovering new shit, man. I just
yeah.
And, but sometimes you discover something, it's pretty good, and you just kind of let it go. This one I know is gonna be like on the playlist and it's gonna be probably a favorite band of mine in the coming years.
Oh, now I'm interested in this.
And I just discovered their latest album, so I got to go back and discover some earlier stuff. So, yeah,
you got to highlight that. That for us.
Yeah, make sure you let us know.
Oh,
I'm very interested in that.
I'm very, very. It's going to be surprising. Anyway, Andy, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so let's get right to it, guys.
Actually, can I just show off something that I got two records for Christmas here.
Yeah, sure, of course. I forgot.
My neighbor 2 houses down, he graced me with a nice copy of Thin Lizzy's
Jailbreak.
I mean, come on, And then my wife gave me the reissue of the Motley Crue Theater of Pain.
Oh yeah,
with the cool lenticular cover. So, thank you.
Last great one.
Does that have the live tracks on it?
This is what I got.
No, this is not the box set. It's just the straight album. So
nice.
But it's got the it's like a red vinyl, and it's got like a cool lenticular cover to it. It's awesome. One of those Walmart release jammies. So
nothing wrong with that.
And Andy knows that I do a lot of thrift shopping. I actually kind of I don't know. The other day, man, I was in a thrift store and I came across this album, and I was like, "This sounds familiar, but like not." But then I turned the album around and I saw who was on it. It's a band called Balance, right?
Yeah.
And look who's on it. This guy right
Okay.
here.
I was gonna say,
Is
is that
that Bob
2011? Bob Kulick?
No, it's
2011?
Bob Kulick.
It's Bob Kulick. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
So
Jimmy
this is
said. I said 2011. I couldn't see.
They look alike.
They do.
But
Yeah, 50-50 shot.
but I never heard. I've heard of this band that he was in, but then I never heard it. So it was only $1.50.
Nice.
So I picked it up, and this is one that surprised the hell out of me. Andy saw it. I texted Andy. I was so excited to get it. Was the Hearing Aid album, man?
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I saw this in a thrift shop. I never thought I'd see this in a thrift shop. I don't know why. I've been hunting down this for like a long time on vinyl, and
What
you
part
never,
of
you never see it out in a while. It's actually a demo, like a promo.
it's a promo copy?
Oh wow!
That's
Yeah.
dope, dude. How
And
much
it's
did you
in
pay for that one?
Yo, white label.
How much
It's
did
in
you drop on
friggin'
that one?
Mint condition, man.
How much did you drop on that?
Dude, it was like $2.
Nice.
It was
in the
$2.
thrift store. And then
That's
this
wild.
one too. It was a Deep Purple Bad Attitude 12-inch,
Nice.
$2. So I saw that. I was like, I'll have that too, you know. So
Hey, Al, going back to
like
that
that
hearing aid one. Just a quick question: how many cans of Aquanet do you think were used in the cover?
cans of
photo?
Aquanet. How many mounds of Coke on the
Yeah,
freaking?
yeah, yeah. Did you
Look at the cast of characters there, man.
Yeah,
is the vinyl in mint condition too?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's like a $70 album, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not
Nice.
fucking
I
with
know.
you either. I just
Yeah,
looked
I
it up
know.
and like without looking at it myself, I wouldn't be able to price
Dude,
it
it's
like that. But
flawless, bro. It
Yeah.
looks like it may have been played once or twice, and that's it.
that guy got robbed. I tell the cashier when that happens, I'm like, I'm about to rob your person here.
Yeah, but I only say that after I pay them. So then
Yeah, no.
I pay them
Oh, yeah.
I pay them the $2, and then I'm
Mhm.
like, you know how much you really could have gotten this out?
Yeah. No, I did that with
well, those people at thrift
I got-
stores don't know.
so I got the Ace Frehley solo album poster in a frame right now, but I bought that album for $4, complete with the poster in mint condition. It was so like it was so pristine that when I took it out, it creaked like it had never been unfurled before. And I was like, this is like $150 album,
Nice.
dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
man.
I felt bad. I was like, $5, really? All right.
I picked up the 4 Kiss solo albums at an estate sale, and they had them complete with all the inners and all the posters and all of them. Right? They were the prices on them were $25 a piece. So I
That's
grabbed
fair.
all 4 of them. I took them up to the lady. I'm like, "Can I give you $80 for the 4 of them?" She's like, "Sure."
Oh God.
So that's
Oh,
like
God. Yeah, an
you know,
estate
mint-
sale. They don't care. People at
mint
estate sales,
condition, man.
they don't give a
So-
shit. They want to get rid of that stuff.
And you can put those 4 posters together, which is cool.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So-
I'm missing one. I'm missing Peter Criss. That's the only one I need. So,
Yeah.
but the Ace one is in like flawless condition. The other
Yeah.
two are lightly used, not
Yeah.
terrible. but-
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
I'm done talking.
Well, I hope you continue talking because you got a lot of albums to talk about. Hey, Al, do you got any more stuff to spin?
Nah, man, I'm good, brother.
You all right?
Yep.
All right, guys. So let's go with a regular 10-9-8. So let's go, Chris. What's your top 10 albums of 2025? You can believe it.
We just start at 10, or am I rattling off my whole list? How are we doing this year?
Oh,
No, 10, 9, 3 at a time.
10-9-8.
Oh, 10, 9, 8. Okay, so my number 10 is 21 Pilots, Clancy. It was I will say that it was kind of a weak year in pop albums, to be honest with you, because all the pop that was released was kind of generic, and this was like no different. Honestly, this was I'm just gonna say this was a disappointing album for them, but in terms of all the other releases this year, I guess it ranks number 10 for me because I listened to everything. I listened to 20 albums in the last like 3 days, and
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. But it was just. It was the end of their they do conceptual stuff, and it was the end of their conceptual run. So I don't know.
me a second.
It didn't hit as hard as I expected it to. So it was a
just
little
an okay-
disappointing, but it was a good album. It was
Yeah.
it was solid. Number 9 is Turnstile. Never Enough.
Good one.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Turnstile.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, they're great, man.
their singer seems to want to do like a early Sting impression sometimes. It's really, but they're like heavy pop rock,
They got some punk and hardcore in
post
them.
punk, hardcore. Like they're kind of a mixture of everything, but like a lot of pop sensibilities in this album. And it was, I was kind of surprised by it. My son had turned me onto it, so I was like, okay, I'll try this out. and it's pretty incredible. Turnstile is definitely a cool band. I think they're going to be around a while. They have a very adaptable sound.
They're really getting bigger and bigger, man.
Yeah, very much so. And then number 8 is a metal band that's just taking off in Spirit Box with Tsunami Sea.
Another great one.
Courtney LaPlante. It's just, I mean, I don't know if there's a better female metal singer out there right now. There's a bunch of good ones, really, but she is just remarkable on so many levels. Her screams are just brutal, and then her singing voice is gorgeous, and the breakdowns that her husband Mike, I always forget his last name, Mike Stringer, comes up with. It's just, this band kills. Spirit Box, and they're still adapting every album. They just kind of chameleon themselves and do some different things, but still hold on to that Spirit Box thing. So that's it.
I saw them open for Korn and that French metal band
Gojira
last year.
Yeah.
Last year they toured all together, and I made sure I got there early enough to catch Spirit Box. I wanted to see them, and they blew me away. They were great. It was me and my daughter. My daughter even liked them, you know.
Yeah, so I love them. I've loved them since their very first EP. I kind of knew about them because they came from a band called I Wrestled a Bear once, and I was a big fan of theirs. And then that band disbanded. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then I heard Spirit Box, and I was like, what? All right, cool. And they've just taken off. Like, they forgot who I was. I interviewed them like 3 times on their first EP, and then I reach out to them now, and they're like, who? And I'm like, ugh. So that's a good sign for them.
We're too big for you now, Chris.
I was going to say that's a good sign for them, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not mad though. I'm not mad. I'm glad they're succeeding. So.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about them, but I really haven't sat down and hear them. I guess
they were on my long list. They didn't make my top 10, but I'm glad Chris mentioned them, and the one before
Turnstile. Yeah, whenever I do a list like this, whenever I do this list with like other people, like I try and gauge. Like, I didn't know Jimmy was on here, but I know you two guys, so I tried to gauge like, what do I think these guys are gonna pick, because I don't want to, like, I mean, I'll agree when you guys drop an album, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good like, or whatever, but I try to go a little different. So when I do my own list, Spirit Box might not make the top 10. These bottom 3 might not even make the top 10, but I don't know. We'll see. Ever evolving.
All right, Jimmy, what's your 10 on 8?
All right, so kind of, this is in no particular order. I really have a hard time ranking these things, honestly, because different albums for different moods, right? Different albums for different feelings. So, if I'm feeling tired or down, one album might hit me a certain way, and if I'm up and excited, another album might be hitting a certain way. So this is really no particular order. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Number 10, I'm going to go with The End by Mammoth.
Okay.
And
I didn't get that one this year yet, man. And I got the views first too.
I just started listening to it about a month ago, and I know he gets a lot of crap, and people compare him to his dad, and it's really unfair, because the guy can really stand on his own 2 feet.
Very unfair.
It's very unfair. I think a lot
has
of
his fans, though. He's building.
He does.
He's building.
He does. And he's got some momentum. He's had some really strong opening dates, Metallica, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And I think particularly people of our generation kind of we're looking for that person who has loud guitars, crunchy riffs, but still melodic. That's Mammoth. I mean, he really kind of hits that. And the dude can play everything. And he's got pipes. He's got an incredible range vocally. So I found that to be a really good album. Number 9, I'm gonna go with a guy by the name of Jacob Roberge. And he has an album called The Passing. And this kind of came out of nowhere for me. He is in Canada, and he does stuff. I don't know if it's like Broadway type stuff. That's not what this is. This is very much a classic progressive rock album. He plays pretty much everything except the guitar. I can't remember the name of his guitar player, but the guy is a stud. Like, he plays incredible guitar. It is, speaking of Neil Morse, it's kind of in that vein. But the whole record, you've got some shorter pieces that build up to a longer 20-minute epic, and it's phenomenal. The way it builds, it's just perfectly put together. Kind of came out of nowhere for me, but a fantastic album. Jacob Roberge, The Passing. So if you like, yes, Genesis, that type of stuff, check him out. It's really well worth it. He's doing stuff independently, and definitely could use the support. If that's your bag, check him out. It's really, really good. Continuing with Neil Morse, I am going to go with a band by the name of Cosmic Cathedral. And this is Neil Morse, Phil Keaggy, Chester Thompson.
Wow.
And I can't remember who it is on bass. He's a session player.
That's an
who's been
all-star
around for
band
years.
right there, dude.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
that's a super group.
Yeah, and it is very, very spiritual, in the fact that Neil is very spiritual. And I think all these guys, Phil Keaggy, I mean, he's kind of in the Christian music world. He was originally in Glass Harp, but if you don't know Phil is been one of the best guitar players on the planet for 50 years. Guy's even missing part of one of his fingers and can still outplay 90% of the people on the planet. So, and has an incredible voice, but you get a lot of jazz fusion stuff at a certain point. I mean, it's Chester Thompson. I mean, the guy played with Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need to know. If you're in Zappa's band, you're top tier, you're next level, you're the best of the best.
I once did a list called the top 5 most underrated drummers, and number 1 was any Frank Zappa drummer not named Terry Bozzio. because everybody lauds Terry Bozzio, but nobody knows the rest of the guys who
Ainsley
played
Dunbar, man.
But nobody
Carly
knows. But no, what I'm saying is that they're not the most
Underwood.
No, I know.
They're not the most advertised.
They're not household names. Yeah.
Right.
And that's, as much as I love Rush, and Neil is one of the best rock drummers ever, I think sometimes people put him as the greatest drummer of all time, and he is one of the greatest drummers of all time. But there's all these other guys who
There's a lot of great drummers of all time
who are right there.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that played with Zappa is right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Without question. Except for maybe the
be-
guy on the first album. I think because even Zappa's like, yeah, even the guy who played on Freak Out, I forget his name,
Right. They
but he was like, I'm not that good. Like
Jimmy Carl Black or something.
yeah, so
Jimmy Carl Black.
yeah.
And he was he was with them for a good while too.
Yeah, no, he always said, he was like, I never belonged in that band. I've heard him say it on multiple occasions.
I think he was in the band just because he liked to wear dresses in the 60s. Good old Jimmy.
Well, as Frank progressed, his music just got more and more.
Yeah, there was no
that
way
ear-
he kept up.
That early stuff was very, it was experimental, obviously, but
it wasn't the
it
Black
wasn't
Page.
huh?
It wasn't the Black Page.
No.
It wasn't the
where
Black
Frank-
Page.
Frank started composing the
Drum parts, it's like
Yeah.
fucking
Terry's like, I
ridiculous.
can't play this, and he's like, I wrote it for you. Of course you can play it.
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's
I
like
love hearing
Vin-
Steve Vai talk about like stuff like trying to play stuff for Frank, and Frank was, well, I need you to play this, so
Yeah.
and Steve is like, it's like impossible, but like, no, you can do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Frank, this is a random story. If you ever get the chance to read Steve Lukather's book, The Gospel According to Luke, it is so good, and he tells so many great stories. But one of the stories he tells is going to audition as a teenager for Frank Zappa's band, and he said that he gets up to play, and Frank completely humiliates him in front of this entire room of guitar players, just dresses him down, all this stuff. And, he's just kind of walked out, head down. And this is before he was Steve Lukather, the great session musician. And he said he talked to Steve Vai about it years later. And Steve's like, oh, yeah, Frank just did that. He would do that in every audition because he didn't feel like auditioning 300 guys. So he would like weed out half the guys by scaring them.
By scaring him.
Pick
Wow.
one guy.
That's amazing. That's amazing. This was this was one of my great purchases of the end of the year, by the way.
Oh,
This
wow.
was the newest
Fantastic.
Halloween.
Oh,
The newest
yeah, dude.
Halloween vinyl. This is what the vinyl looks like. It's
Oh, incredible.
fucking gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So since we brought up Zappa, I wanted to show that off. So there you go.
You know,
There's my-
sometimes I call into Ahmet's show Friday nights. He does this YouTube show live on Fridays, and I haven't called in like over a month, but like I like calling in, and you know, I love complimenting his reissue, you know, his stuff that he releases for, you know, his dad, you know, like his, you know, he does great stuff. He's putting out
they're doing an awesome job.
Yeah, awesome job, man.
They're doing an excellent job, and
Yeah,
it's really faithful. I think Frank would have been happy. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing, you know what I mean?
Of Frank Zappa. It's very much in the vein of Frank Zappa. It's not just these greatest hits packages. There are these.
No, he's putting out great products. Yeah,
that are pure Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, and they like buried the hatchet, right? Like him and Dweezil, and like they're all
they're
good now.
they're
right?
okay now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so
I think
that's all good.
You know, they're okay. They're reconciled. It's not like, you know, they're hanging out, but
Right.
you know, but yeah, they've reconciled, so which is good. I always
good.
You know, I always like hate seeing them at war, you know,
Because like I hate like conversely, I hate what like Prince's family is doing with his music. If they're putting out shit that is like incomplete,
he would be against it.
he'd be so pissed.
Yeah,
He'd be
he would
so fucking mad. I can't even. I just it's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like
we've
what they
sidetracked.
did it's like what they did with Jimi Hendrix. After his family took over, man, all they did was put out fantastic stuff. But before that, you just had gutter release.
Yeah, Alan Douglas was killing his brand.
Yeah. Until his family took over. Even though I had to get those gutter releases anyway.
Of course.
Of course.
You gotta soak up all the Jimmy you can.
Yeah.
You got to get Midnight Lightning and Cry of Love and all that
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get that.
Hard to listen to, but you gotta have it.
But what the family did is kind of restored, like, you know, because, you know, what Alan Douglas was doing, he was taking like them guys off and putting session players overdubbing shit, and you know, I think when the family took over, they were kind of restoring it back to its original form and kind of intended the way in Jimmy's vision, like he would have put out, you know. So, you know, they definitely restored his legacy, like recorded legacy. So, you know,
yeah, because if they did it, it would have been ruined if his family just had left it that way.
Yeah,
for
really
sure.
would have. All right, Al, or are you through?
Yeah.
Jimmy. All
right, man. My number 10, and it was a late release this year, but you know, I've always loved the band. It's Cheap Trick. I haven't had enough. I mean, it's late in the years, that's why it's number 10. I haven't lived with it long enough yet, but yeah. I mean, I'm some of it's a little, you know, I'm liking half the album right now, but I think if I digest a little more, I'd probably like more of it. But I am digging like some of the album. So yeah, Cheap Trick, one of my favorites always.
On that, the one thing that struck me, because I didn't hate that album either. I like probably half of it. Like I probably live with half of it.
Yeah.
But Robin Zander still sounds fantastic. And what I love about that record specifically, and he still does sound fantastic, but warts and all, baby. Like they just put it all out there. Like you can hear the wear on his voice. You can hear the age on his voice, and it doesn't fucking matter. It still works. It sounds good, man. Some of those songs really
using it. I think he's using it to his advantage, actually. I think it just sounds like a mature, like more, you know, he sounds seasoned, you know what I mean? Like, but he still has that voice, man. You know, he's not croaking.
It sounds like him, but like he's not forcing it. Like I think other singers should listen to that album and go, like aging singers, and go, this is the blueprint. Like this is it, man. Like, you know, and so I just wanted to draw. That's the only comment I have on that album. It's not bad at all. So
yeah, well, that's why it's my number 10. So it's kind of, you know, I mean, it could have been higher on the list maybe if it was released in May or April, who knows, right?
You would have lost it by now,
you know. But anyway, number 9, a nice comeback because I didn't like their last album, but I really like this one. Was Lynch Mob, Dancing with the Devil. George Lynch sounding great again on here on this one. I thought the last one was lackluster. This one is way better, man. You know, so it was a surprise for me when I heard it. I'm like, great, you know, and George Lynch is actually playing Friday again here in the Tampa area, and I was thinking about going to see him again. Maybe, I don't know. I've seen him already like 3 times since I moved down here in the last 2 years. So, but he's
I
doing
didn't
all
even know that was
docking.
out.
He loves playing down here in Florida, man. He's doing like 4 or 5 shows down here, but it's an all docking set, which is okay by me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So my number 9 will be Lynch Mob Dancing with the Devil. It's nice comeback release for him because the last one was not really that great.
Does he have Oni Logan singing on that one?
No, it's a different guy. The
It's
same
not
guy
Robert Mason either.
Same guy in the last one, but he's a great singer though.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Number 8, and it could have been a little higher on the list, but there was some just stronger releases for me this year. But it's Dream Theater Parasomnia is my number 8. Yeah. I love it still, and
I mean my Christmas gift, just because
is that the box set?
The live box set. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet because I may sell it because I hate it.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Is it bad?
I love
it. Listen, I have my beef with Dream Theater. My son is always telling me that I'm too close to Dream Theater to be give it a fair, like to be like.
You went to the Radio City show last year, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
yeah,
and it was fine.
Was that good?
No, it was fine. It was, you know what? James pulled it through. He got through it. There was only a few of the moments. There wasn't a lot. There was a lull in the set. If I had a complaint of the show, I would say that the AI schlock on the screen and the construction of the set list in terms of its order, because there was a massive lull coming out of the second, going into the second half of the show. Like the first like 20 minutes of the second half were like they played 2 Parasomnia songs back to back, and it was not a good choice anyway. But and I don't hate, like they sound fine on this recording. It's fine. I have a problem with Dream Theater personally right now. I'm just having an issue. And Parasomnia, Parasomnia is it. Like for example, like we're going to talk about, if you want to break down Parasomnia, that first opening track is so goddamn gargantuan and exciting. And I'm like, oh my God. And then after that, it's just paint by numbers going forward. Like that's it. And like, it's second album in a row, they drop a 20-minute song that makes me go, like, what is happening here? Dream Theater used to be so good at this, and now they're not. Yeah. Oh God, they just, and it's so funny that they're like the preeminent like progressive metal band, and they don't progress at all. Like, what is that? What is that? They haven't progressed.
I will say Ben the Clock has one of my favorite Petrucci solos ever.
Yeah, no, some of the songs are fine. Like I love the first, Night Terror was great, and And what's the other one?
That's why it's lower on my list. That's why it's lower on my list, because it just doesn't. It's not. I still like it because it's Dream Theater, but it's not the Dream Theater of,
God, they haven't been those since like forever, man. It's so bad. Like it's so upsetting to me. I just wish they'd. I know there's no world where they get a new singer, and I don't know. They're already talking about working on a new album, and I'm very not. I don't know. I don't care. I just wish
maybe they need to shake the rust off a little bit with Portnoy or something. I don't know.
Well, here's the hoping, man.
If their next album doesn't cut the mustard, then it's never gonna be good. Then
it just might be out of sauce, man. I used to blame Labrie. I used to blame because if your singer can only sing a certain amount of notes, right, like a certain range, it kind of locks you in a box. But then, like, if you really want to dive deep into Dream Theater, like if you listen to the album Systematic Chaos, there's no high shit on there. That entire album is brilliant from a melodic standpoint, but there's no crazy Labrie shit on that album. I can sing that album from cover to cover without a sweat.
Yeah.
So, but every other Labrie album, I'm like, oh my God, I can't hit that. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I just, but good on you for putting it on here. I appreciate you.
All right, man. That's my number 8, Andy.
Yeah. I'm going to start off with 2 EPs by a band. Since there were 2 EPs, I thought that I would put them together and make an album out of it.
That makes sense.
It's a band called The Orchestra for Now. They seem to be.
Oh, that's what you dropped today in the chat.
Yeah. I did drop that today. Very dramatic rock music. It seems to. Right now, I'm listening to bands that are taking music to the outer limits, to the point that their instruments can take them for particular bands. So I'm going with The Orchestra for Now, And after that, I'm going with an album that was dropped. It's so funny that Al and Chris were talking about albums that were released in the beginning of the year, in February and in January. That's when this one was dropped, and I had this written down on a piece of paper back in January, I think. Dax Riggs, 7 Songs for Spiders, which I don't know that much about the guy, but I found out that he was an acid bath. And I know that a lot of people talk about acid bath.
Yeah. I think they're still active. I think they're still active too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But this was, I guess, his solo project. I think this is his 3rd solo album. But he had a mixture of different rock genres on there, which I really enjoyed. They went back and forth. And then I'm going with a young guy that made some waves this year, being part of the Ozzy show and recording with Aerosmith. I'm talking about Youngblood with his album Idols. His album Idols is a pop rock detour. There's so many twists and turns, but it's a pop rock album. And I haven't heard a pop rock album like that in a long time that sounds fresh, and there's so many changes. But also in the undertones does not let you forget that it's a pop album, but I haven't heard anything like this in a while. So
he kind of feels like the one rock star that's out there. Like he feels like a legit rock star.
He is the buzz. He's the buzz of the year, man.
He's definitely trying to be. And it's funny because I saw him live forever ago. I saw him in Canada in like 2018. And I was blown away. Like, he's so good live. Like, he is such a, and I don't really, like, I listened to that album and I don't particularly love it, but I do love his voice. I think he's very talented and he's a phenomenal performer. Like, he's so good live. I remember like, I would go see that guy live on purpose, even though I don't love his music, because he's that good. He's just that good live. So
he really had the Freddie Mercury moment at back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, that was like his Freddie Mercury Live Aid moment.
Yeah, no, he definitely killed it. And it was, again, it's one of those performances that'll be talked about for a very long time. And with that, does anybody else see them maybe like him resurrecting Aerosmith's career a little bit?
No, because I really didn't like that song at all for both camps.
Doesn't matter. I just think his persona and his performance style and the fact that he can sing all that stuff, like I don't know. I think you could see a tour where Steven Tyler, if he doesn't have to sing the entire show, they might go out. I've heard a lot of rumblings about it. So
really,
yeah, not actual. Like, I've just heard a lot of fans talk about it, not rumblings, not like official things.
Like to have Youngblood singing in the background, maybe. I mean, is that
they would just trade off. Like, they would just trade off, because I don't see different than all these other legends. I don't see Steven Tyler being the type to go, no, I don't want to have another singer on stage with me. I think he would look at it as something innovative and different and something interesting to do.
I don't know.
Like marrying a 14-year-old. Sorry, I had to walk you guys a long way for that one. Sorry.
It's a long way.
Fuck Steven Tyler. That's all I'm going to say. There you go. Goodbye.
Oh, shit.
So,
I stunned them silent. I stunned them silent.
The opinions expressed on this show are not directly whatever the fuck.
I stunned them into silence. I love it. I will never be back on this show again. Chris Elio from Redbeard Videos is banned from Black Spinner Circle from now on. That'll be the press release tomorrow.
That's all right, man.
But that part always bothered me about him. It really always does.
Oh, it bugs me too. And he can't even sue me for it because he wrote it in his own goddamn book.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lie. It happened.
Somehow he skated. I don't know how he skated. Like, he's fine.
All those guys were
the 70s.
No, but he admitted to it, man. He admitted to it.
Jimmy Page.
It was just the cheek was just turned the other way in those times, man.
Yeah,
it really was, dude.
It just, I don't know.
Listen, it's
gross. It's gross.
I hate to say, hey, that's the way it was, but that's the fucking way it was, dude. I mean, I don't know, man.
But dude, they could have any women in the world.
I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
Any in the world.
Because it's about control. I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
start going off on a rant about
I know.
keto stuff
I know. We're
and-
doing top of 2025.
Yeah.
A reason
Next.
why.
Next.
not 1975. What the hell?
Yeah.
50 years ago. Let's hit it.
Oh man.
All right, Chris. Let's go with
Oh,
765.
Let me see. So number 7 is fuck Steven. No, I'm joking. Enough. All right, moving on. I had to hit it one more time.
Fuck him.
Number 7 is a bit. I actually did an EP here too. So there you go. So you're not alone. You're not alone there, Andy. So there's a band called Gore, and I posted this in our little thing too. But they are. I think they're an American band. I forget, but the album or the EP is called If You Do Not Fear Me. It's called, and it's. Oh no, they're Dutch. They're Dutch? No, that's not them. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look up information. I forgot where the band is. Oh, it's
What's
Texas.
the name of
Okay.
Gore?
Gore, but with a period at the end. Gore as in like Gore, Gore. They're
Okay.
from Texas. They're a trio. I knew they were a trio, but and they're incredibly dramatic. I would even call them cinematic. They're in
Austin.
they're in the vein of like Sleep Token, but better with a female singer. Because I don't get all this ballyhoo about Sleep Token, especially their last album. I was not impressed. I like their older stuff, Sleep Token. This to me was way better. It's got a very strong, again, pop sensibility, but then all of a sudden they just bludgeon you with this just deep cinematic, I call it, because it's very, I don't want to say, it's not symphonic. It's got a lot of keys to it. It's got a lot of synthesizer to it. And it's wonderfully melodic. That's the thing to me. It's just the melodies are so haunting and beautiful that the heaviness is a perfect like counterbalance to it. It's so good. It's so good. My number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. My number 6 is hip hop album Norman San, also from Texas. Abnormally Human. I have to throw my one hip hop album every year. There's always one that I fall in love with every year.
You sent me that earlier in the year.
Yeah, Norman San.
Who is this?
Norman San is his name. SANN. And he's and he does, if you have TikTok, he does this fantastic, he records his music like live on TikTok. Like he works it out. He works out the lyrics and he does it and he'll throw it out and people will comment and go, you got to say this, or why don't you say this, or why don't you say that? And he'll go, okay, I'll see what that works. I'll see if that works. So he goes with it. It's really cool, man. He's a very cool guy. His lyrics are very positive. I'm not a Christian guy, but he is, and he references that a lot without being overbearing and without bashing you over the head about it. It's just about the morality of it. He talks about his tough times, where he's from. Great lyrical guy, got a great flow, good music. He's innovative in an old school way, if that makes sense. Like he's got an old school hip hop sound as opposed to, the drops and the auto tune and all that nonsense. He doesn't do any of that stuff. So my number,
Good on him, man.
And that's what killed me.
Yeah, good on him, bro.
My
I'll
number,
definitely check him out.
my number 5 is Deftones, Private Music,
Nice.
which is a fantastic,
great, dude.
great album. I love it, and I love their last album a lot. I went through a period of time where I wasn't really happy with Deftones, but they've really turned me around with these last 2 albums. So Private Music is, there's really not much to say about it. It's kind of peak Deftones. It's really good Deftones. That's
Absolutely
simple as that.
Yeah. Just with Deftones, with every single album, it starts off so good, but by the 5th or 6th song, I'm like, okay, that
Yeah, I kind of see.
every single album.
I can agree with that, except for the last on Ohms. I like the back end of the album way more than I like the front end. So,
Okay.
so I mean that was, but I see where you're going with that. I agree with you to a degree.
Good band though. But that's
Phenomenal.
not taking anything away from them.
Phenomenal,
Good
man. Chino Moreno's been very angry lately on stage. So
I got a couple of his side project albums, Crosses.
Crosses is incredible.
Yeah, they're great, dude.
I've actually liked Crosses better than Deftones over the last several years, but
Oh, wow.
like I said, last 2 albums have really brought me back to the Deftones fold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But check out Crosses, man. Anybody that doesn't know that, man. Good shit.
So,
I think it's just him and another guy, right? It's just him and another guy. It's
Yeah,
like two
just him
people.
and two guys.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
So I'm pretty sure sometimes these guys just take better, what's the word I'm looking for? Better ideas to their newer projects sometimes.
Well, they're
Yeah,
probably
okay,
fresh.
Well, it's stylistically it's different than the
Yeah,
Deftones,
so it's-
though.
so it's-
Is it okay?
Yeah.
stylistically different, and not just that, but I can see that because it's fresher. It's something they haven't been doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why usually when you get a dud of a side project, it's weird to me. Like that's
Yeah.
weird.
That's what side projects to me. That's what side projects are about. Like when you want to stretch, when you want to step out of like the mode you're in of your regular band
Yeah.
and just try something completely new. I applaud actually artists that do that. you
Well, like
know?
I never understood I never understood artists that go out and do a solo album or a side project,
and it sounds just like their band.
yeah, it sounds more or less the same. Like the only one that I can excuse would be like Geddy Lee's My Favorite Headache, and that doesn't even sound a lot like too much like Rush, but it sounds like the progression that where they were going, but there was no Rush to be had at that point. So I understand why that sounds similar, you know.
It was kind of a stopgap. Like it was kind of there to fill the palette a bit.
Right.
You know?
But every solo album Alex Lifeson's ever done has been remarkably different than
Very,
Rush.
Big
Yeah.
time.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Like Victor and Envy of None are completely different than Rush, like light years
Kinda
away.
close. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Was that your 3?
that was my 10, 9,
Two, I think
8,
7, 6, 5.
That was my 5.
We're fine.
Where,
Okay.
how
okay.
far am I going down to? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
my
3.
my
7,
pack of
6,
3. Yes.
7,
got
6,
it.
5. Yeah.
Gotcha, sure. Got it.
All right. Cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the Norwegian portion of the evening, and I believe all
Well,
these
you are in
bands
the
are from Norway.
You are digging yourself out of snow, so that's appropriate.
It's appropriate. It's very appropriate. So I'm gonna go at number 7 with a gentleman by the name of Lars Fredrik, and I'm probably gonna mess this up. Lars Fredrik Freusel.
Okay.
He is in a band called Wobbler, who
wow.
are a retro prog band. And so if you're unaware, Norway is kind of the hub of like this throwback progressive music that sounds like music from the 70s. They use vintage equipment, they record it in a classic mode, with analog recording, and it just is phenomenal. If you are a fan of 70s prog music, check out pretty much anything that's on the Charisma label. So Lars has done 2 solo albums apart from Wobbler. He plays everything, I think, except for the bass. The bass is done on a classic Rickenbacker, so it has that Chris Squire sound to it, which is phenomenal. Yeah. It's all in Norwegian, so as long as that doesn't bother you.
Wow. Okay.
It's really it sounds so warm, and like I said, if you're a fan of that music, it's like spoon feeding you the sugar. It's like we're giving you what you want. So Lars, like I said, the second album, it's called, and again, it's Norwegian, so I'm probably gonna screw this up. Gamle Mester.
Meester.
It's got a Meester. It's got a
Meister.
picture frame. It's got a picture frame on it, and it's a really good. I was listening to it today. Really good album. Next, and this is a band I just found out about, and sadly, I found out this is their last album, so they are done. Again, Norwegian classic prog band, and it's Ring Van Mobius. This is one I shared in the our chat. And the name of the album is Firebrand. And if you want a classic, this sounds like Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Vandergraaf Generator had a baby.
Wow.
Is really what it sounds like.
Wow.
Um,
That's something to behold.
so good. There's 3 songs on the entire album, and it's like a 45-minute album. So
I
if that
love
gives
that.
you an idea.
Love that.
And in the cover is an octopus riding a rocket into space. So
Oh yeah, that's my kind of album.
if you don't get any more 70s than that. Like it is
Yeah.
so 70s.
Get them all up. All 8. Get them all up.
That's right.
There's the saddle, bitch.
Someone was on something when they drew that. That's all I got.
Just like all the 70s covers. Look at every Yes cover, and
Completely.
you're like, well, where is this guy?
Right. Or Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Look at the Tarkus cover. You know, you got the armadillo tank.
Armadillo tank.
Yeah.
You know what this
It fits right in.
You know what this armadillo needs? Some tank wheels.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know.
It will match the 15-minute song.
And then the next one is one of my favorite bands. It's a band by the name of Magic Pie. And they put out a record called Maestro that is absolutely phenomenal. The vocalist, he kind of, the best way I can describe him, he's got kind of that later era David Bowie kind of vocal. And the guitar playing is just out of this world. They do everything so well, and it's a concept record, kind of looking for like the right an artist looking for the right note, looking for the right inspiration, the right muse to create his masterpiece. And it is so good, and it's so well done. You know, you've got a couple epics on it, and for me it does not get boring at all. So
Cool.
Magic Pie Maestro.
You guys do me a favor, man. When we're done with the episode, man, you guys like when we have like a thread on this
I'll make a playlist.
episode, man.
Yeah.
Put your lists on there.
Yeah, we'll make a playlist.
I
Sure.
want to definitely check out a lot of your picks. So
I say I'll make a playlist with 3 songs per album. How about that?
cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. I when it comes to like the prog, you know, you two guys like see Chris, man, he comes from like the more kind of
I bring the heavy.
he brings the heavy prog, more modern, and then Jimmy's like kind of brings the classic stuff in, but with a modern twist a little
Yeah.
bit.
My next 2 of my next 4 albums are insanely heavy, and the other 2 are just awesome.
Yeah.
And they're all progressive in different natures. So
Cool.
there you go.
All right, my number 7, and this is on my list because you know, our friend Ralph Vieira, Dr. Fuck, you know, he was waxing poetic about, you know, this album, this band, and I hadn't heard about this band, and rightfully so, because they hadn't released an album since 1993. This was their first album since then. A band called Coroner, a Swiss.
Oh yeah,
Thrash
Coroner's badass.
Dissonance Theory, man, their
It's a
newest
great
album.
Great
Bro,
album.
I went on with him talking about it. I mean, he was almost, I think he was calling it like his album of the year, actually. So it might be his top album. And I was like, I gotta listen to it because I haven't heard of this band since, you know, the 90s. So I went to listen to it. I talk about a comeback, man. This album's fucking phenomenal, dude. Holy shit. Like it really kind of reignited my interest in Coroner. They're a Swiss thrash band. Very technical though, you know, almost in the vein of like, you know, if you took like a Voivod and you know, a band like that, or they've even been called like kind of if Rush was a thrash band, they would kind of fit the bill. Like this kind of sounds like them a little bit, you know, if Rush was a thrash band. So like I was
I left this off my list because I didn't know who the guest was, and I for some reason thought Joe would totally pick this album. This seems like a Joe type of album for some reason.
Yes.
So I was like,
and this is not that surprise album that I was talking about earlier in the show either.
Oh, okay.
But it is a bit of a surprise though. But the other one's a completely new discovery for me. I mean, I knew about Coroner, you know, from years back when I was in high school, you know, getting out of high school and stuff like that. So I had heard about them. So anyway, that's my number 7. My number 6, I'm going with Testament, Parabellum. I like the New Testament a lot. I know some people are kind of like, you know, it's a little bit too black metal-y, but I do like some black metal. And I like the way they incorporated some of those aspects into their sound. I'm digging the album. I like Testament a lot. So
I got to give Testament credit for being able to do that and not change their sound completely.
Stretch out a bit, yeah.
Yeah, they do that. I remember in the 90s when they did that with Low, and they started when James Murphy came in, they started throwing the death metal gutturals and all that stuff. And I was like, wow. I was like, what is this? They are creative like that.
Yeah. So that's my number 6. And number 5, I'm gonna go with Deftones, Private Music. I'm really, I kind of lost touch with Deftones for quite a while.
Yeah, me too.
Even I didn't even listen to their last album, which you're saying is, which I heard great reviews about.
Yeah, this is better. This album's better than the last album, but it was good.
I had kind of lost interest in them since like the late '90s, probably early 2000s, you know. And then now, like with this album, and you know what? And honestly, like who kind of really brought me back into them? My daughter discovered them. Kayla like really loves them, and she's even asking me if they go on tour and they come around here, I'd love to go see them. So that's kind of a bucket list for her to see them. And I haven't seen the Deftones since they opened for Pantera and Sabbath in '99.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be a long time since I had seen them. So
they're still fantastic. They're still fantastic.
Oh,
you know what they always say? Look to the children.
So yeah,
quite a bit in the 2000s, quite a bit.
Yeah. So Coroner, Testament, and Deftones was my 7, 6, and 5. Andy.
Cool. Yeah. I'm still with a couple of new ones for me. I just ran into this band just a few days ago, and I was so impressed by them. Their album even made the list. The band Heat, H.E.A.T. It really is a throwback to late 80s hard rock. Like,
Heat. Okay.
Like this could have been released during the Appetite for Destruction era. Because
Really?
there seems to have been and when I was hearing this album, I was when it came to Appetite for Destruction, when that album came out, there wasn't really any kind of good follow-ups after that, because grunge came in, or the hair bands were trying to one up each other, or there was no real strong follow-up by anyone of Appetite for Destruction. So for anyone looking for that continuation, check out this album, Heat, Welcome to the Future, is what it's called.
This band's got like 1,000 albums out. It's crazy. Yeah. Because I went to look them up because I wanted to know what the acronym was for, what it stood for, and it's not telling me. Like, it doesn't say anywhere. So I don't know why they're doing it.
So they've been around for quite a while then, huh?
It looks like it, yeah. It looks like their first album came out in
2008.
Okay.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 albums. So yeah.
So they got a good 15, 16 years on them.
Yeah, and they got 3 EPs, 2 live albums, 1,000 singles. They're a Swedish band. Apparently, they do well there. So
that's where Eric Granwell came from, who sang for Skid Row for a while.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
so, yeah.
Eric Granwell came from that band Heat.
He was in the band.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know if he is now, but
no, it seems like they probably have a different singer. So, all right.
And where are we? Number 6. I'm gonna go. I never paid attention to the band The Darkness, but I saw them live in August. I was blown away by their set. Then we had Tony Deal on the show probably about a month ago. He was talking about this album, and after he finished talking about it, I went ahead and started streaming it. It's The Darkness, Dreams on the Toast, and dude, each song is just a rock and roll mega de force, dude. It's just awesome. The guitar riffs, guitar solos. It's just a really good hard rock album.
Can I just chime in? I think Andy came up with a new term, mega de force.
Mega de force.
Mega de force.
Instead of tour de force, it's a mega de force.
Who's the progressive one now? He's making up words.
Shit. That's awesome, man.
Andy.
Love it.
How does Justin Hawkins sound? Does he still sound good?
Oh yeah, dude, he sounds great.
He's still hitting all those notes?
Oh, he is, dude.
That's wild.
And with power, dude.
That's wild.
I mean,
that guy's incredible.
He blew me away. He really did. And when he plays the guitar, the dude really, they really stretch out their songs live.
His YouTube page is entertaining
too. Album is just as impressive.
Oh yeah, he's entertaining.
Oh yeah, he's a funny dude.
He'll take the piss out of somebody, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, he doesn't fuck around.
And my next one, I've got one more, right?
Yeah, you did 6. That was 6. Now you got 5.
Okay, number 5. I got this from our messenger group, and I started listening to these guys because of this artist because of how and because of Joseph Stubb. And I'm going to go with Steven Wilson, The Overview.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
That might only have 2 tracks on there, but dude, it is so damn atmospherically great.
Mhm.
I love it.
Steven
And,
Wilson rules, man. And
this
you know
is-
what? I didn't have his album on my top 10.
Me neither. And
think
the reason is because I judged Steven Wilson against himself. So as
Yeah.
much as I thought the Overview was okay and not a bad album by any stretch, it just pales in comparison to other stuff before it. But yeah, no, great choice, dude. Great choice.
Oh well, but the
Beautiful.
thing is that I don't really listen to him, so this is my first foray.
No, it makes sense.
So you got to go back.
You gotta
Yeah.
go back.
So I
And
was like,
you don't even know Porcupine Tree either, right?
no.
Oh yeah, you got a lot to listen to, my man. You got
Dude,
a lot of good shit coming
You
at
got a
you.
lot. You got a lot ahead of you, brother.
Brother, let me tell you, The Raven That Refused to Sing might be one of the greatest prog rock albums ever written.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
It's beautiful. It's great. It's technical. It's amazing.
Yeah, start listening now, Andy, and then by the end of 2026, you'll be done.
Look at that snow behind Jimmy.
You see that? You see that?
Look at that, man. I saw
Look
it.
at that snow behind Jimmy.
Holy
My
shit.
God.
Wow, dude, no way.
I don't got to be at work for a week, so I kind of wish I was there. It's actually pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, the overview is great, and if anybody's interested, I do a react video to my first listen to the overview. It's on my channel,
nice.
Red Beard.
Oh,
Videos.
Oh, I'll have to check that out, man.
Or actually, if you want the whole experience with songs and all, full audio, unvarnished, go to my Patreon. It's $3 a month. Redbeard Videos, and there's going to be a whole bunch of shit coming on there very soon. Old interviews from like my whole radio career. I'm going to be posting up there, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be good stuff. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, it's shameless plug. Sorry.
No, dude, please
No
plug
worries.
away.
Plug away,
So,
dude.
is that it? Are those my 3?
Yeah, that was your 3. That was your 3.
All right.
So now we're doing 4-3-2.
But there's another band that's going to be on this list that I'm just starting to get into. Now that I looked at their discography, going, holy shit, what am I going to get myself into?
Yeah, Steven Wilson, and that's not even including like the side projects like Storm Corrosion and Idiot Expanding Mindfuck, and like like there's so much stuff that he
Base
has
Communion
done.
and fucking
Yeah. And then if you really want to get deep on Steven Wilson, listen to like all his remixes and the stuff that he does in the studio with Yes and King Crimson and Genesis. Oh my God. Like Steven Wilson is a prolific individual.
I love that.
Black
I love listening to his show on Sirius, where he only did a couple episodes and that was it. I haven't heard anything new, but
He's got on Deep Tracks, I think.
Fucking dude, great. He just goes through this whole journey like on this like 2-hour show, man.
He's amazing.
He has
I've had the pleasure
too.
I've had the pleasure of interviewing him twice, and he's a remarkable individual.
Really?
I very much expected to be kind of like, ew, he's snotty, or ew, he's kind of, because he comes off as know-it-all, but he's really like not. But like he has zero, he gives zero fucks about people who have like criticism for him, like at all. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's not mean about it. He's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Rozfest in 2013 in Pennsylvania, Gettysburg, and it was a weird lineup, and a lot of the old head Genesis people were like, these are barely prog bands. These are a bunch of cork sniffing douche nuggets who just couldn't fucking like, this is barely a prog. Dream Theater's not really prog. I mean, they're the, if it's not Genesis or King Crimson, it's not prog. Like that's what they are, and gross. So then 3 days later, I interviewed Steven Wilson for the first time, and I bring this to him and I go, what do you say to people who say like X, Y, and Z? And he's like, listen, he's like, if I was writing music for those people, my career would have ended a long time ago. He's like, there's like 100 of them in the world, and they're the saddest people. Like he was just like, he just went.
Awesome.
I was like, oh shit.
Right.
He's an interesting fellow.
He's got a podcast too that is well worth checking out. It's called The Album Years, and it's he and Tim Bonus, and they go through a year. And they did it during the pandemic. So it was kind of like their pandemic project.
Right.
They'll pick a year like 1977 and they'll kind of just go back and forth on the albums. And because Steven does all this production stuff and is a complete audiophile, like he gets into the nuts and bolts of the stuff. And it's so fascinating to listen to someone who has that level of expertise kind of break down certain records, and
I'd love
it's phenomenal.
I'd
So
love
good.
to hear. I'd love to hear him and Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth have a podcast together.
Yeah,
Imagine-
that would be
amazing.
hilarious.
Can you imagine that?
Because Michael Ackerfeld's one of the funniest motherfuckers
He
you'll
is,
ever
dude.
meet in your life.
And then,
he's a
Stephen
walking.
And then Stephen Wilson kind of that dry,
Yeah,
kind of English.
Absolutely.
you
And
know.
like Mike Ackerfeld's a walking Swedish puppet. Like he's a Muppet. He looks like a Muppet, and he's fucking hilarious. And I don't mean that as an insult
Awesome.
because I love Muppets.
He's funny as shit. But I mean, but between those two guys, like album collections, like the phenomenal shit that they probably own.
So
it's just
So I have another side story. Sorry, side jump. But Michael Ackerfeld, I was supposed to interview him once in person. Opeth and In Flames were playing in San Francisco, and I was on my way driving there, and I got stuck in this massive traffic jam, and I wound up missing it. Right. So I call the manager when I get there, and I couldn't do the interview because there was no time after the show or whatever. But I got to meet Michael Ackerfeld, so I told him what happened, and what wound up happening because I heard it on the news after the fact. A dude committed suicide jumping off a bridge on the highway. So he pauses a second. He goes, well, that's unfortunate. He's like, but I guess that's a good reason to miss an interview with me. And I was just like, okay, all right. Well, nice meeting you. Take care. Yeah. Never had another chance to talk to him again, unfortunately. But yeah.
I think it's your turn now.
Yeah, it is me.
Yeah, Chris, let's go with 4-3-2, brother.
This was tough. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat that my top 2 were a battle and my 3 and 4 were a battle. Okay. And it was separated like this. So 3 and 4 are equal in my eyes. And the only reason one of them snuck. Okay, so I'm just going to go with 4. My number 4 is Coheed and Cambria. I'm just going to call it Vaxis 3. Wait, hold on. Let me get I think it's the Father of Make Believe. Yeah, that's the name of the album. Coheed and Cambria, Vaxis 3, Father of Make Believe. If you're not listening to Coheed and Cambria, I don't know what's wrong with you, honestly, because at this point, nobody does melodies better than Claudio Sanchez in the rock game right now. I don't think there's one better. No one writes a melodic chorus that will earworm its way into your fucking head for about 5 days better than Claudio Sanchez. And on top of that, they do everything in a conceptual way. Everything's a concept. And live, they're like peak rock band right now. They're firing on every cylinder. Wow. Fucking love this band. Coheed and Cambria is like they're on a Rush trajectory in a sense that their fan base is very similar. I don't mean in popularity. They'll never reach that arena status. I mean, they've played an arena here and there, but like small arenas, 10 grand, 9,000, 11,000, something like that. But I saw them the last time I saw them, because I've seen them probably close to 20 times now, but the last time I saw them, they were playing with Mastodon and Periphery, and it was the most well-balanced like flow show that I've ever seen. And all 3 of these bands just absolutely peak everything. They were fan-fucking-tastic. So Coheed and Cambria, Vaxis 3, Father of Make Believe, fantastic melodic rock album. It's incredible. Number 3 is a band called Astronoid. They're the best way I can describe them is they are like pop metal with blast beats. Like that's the best, melodically wonderful atmosphere, and they produce a wall of sound similar to Devin Townsend. So they got like a Devin Townsend wall of sound thing, which is like it's all up in your face, and it's all synth, and it's all just ethereal. It's gorgeous music. I don't know what else to say. And again, the sense of melody on this band is absolutely like, and they're up and coming. I think they opened for someone huge recently, and I don't remember who, and it was kind of out of nowhere because this is a band again. Like I interviewed them when they were on their way up, and no one knew who they were. They were opening for Tesseract, and they were great then. But now all of a sudden they're like their own thing now. It's phenomenal. Astronoid, Star God is the name of the album. And it's a concept album. I believe it's a concept album. I'm reading the lyrics, but I haven't done a deep dive because this one snuck up on me. It came out about a month and a half ago and I missed it. I just missed it. And then I started listening to it about 3 weeks ago and I was like, this is fucking sick. Like, how did I miss this? Right. So that's Astronoid, Star God. And then my number 2, which battled out for the number 1 spot and almost won out, but I just can't deny my top album. So the number 2 album is the Callous Cowboys. The album is called
Oh my God, I heard of them.
I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. And this is some of the most crazy, heaviest extreme metal shit you'll hear. But again, wonderful sense of melodies in this band. And they just hit so hard. And their lyrics are so good. And and then they have horns and they have like violins but they're heavy as shit. And they're just so good. They filled my Dillinger Escape Plan hole finally.
Wow.
It took years, but they finally filled that hole. And this was the album that did it. I like their older albums, but this was the one. Like this one hit, and it's been in my ears since the day it came out. It's like I listened to it once a day for like 6 months. It's crazy. So the Callous Dow Boys, which is an awesome name. I Don't Want to See You in Heaven.
Nice, man.
Nice. I want to say hi to Joseph Staub out there. He's watching
Michael Lynch as well.
Yeah, Michael Lynch.
What's up?
Lynch is a very faithful watcher. So,
and he's from Australia.
Yeah,
good dude.
Nice. Do you know where my biggest audience was from when I was syndicated on college radio and like the internet? Belgium.
Nice.
Like my biggest international audience. I had like several hundred people listening from Belgium. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. It was when I was doing the prog metal show, so maybe that's why. Maybe they were into their prog. I don't know.
Into that prog. All right, Jimmy. 432.
All right. So I again have more kind of obscure prog, and going along the
bring the obscure, bro.
What's that?
Bring the obscure.
In this one, I know you know this band, Al. So may not be as obscure, but I'm going to go with the new album.
Hey, I know obscure shit.
No. Obscure to you. Obscure to you. Because I know you've mentioned that you've seen these guys before in concerts, so I know that you know them. And they don't play the U.S. often at all. So for the fact that you've got to see them, this is pretty huge, at least to me. But I'm going to go with the new IQ album. Dominion.
Yeah. Wow, dude. See, I didn't even know they had a new album out. That's pretty cool.
So
see, that's why I love this, man, because you know.
And it's really cinematic, and it's dark and it's light. It's got it takes you on a journey, and it's so well. It's one of the best things I think they've done in a very long time, and that's saying something, that because they've put out some real quality stuff.
Yeah.
Next, I'm gonna go, and since Andy's already mentioned it, I'm gonna go with Steven Wilson, the overview. One of the things I love about Steven is he's not afraid to take chances, and it really kind of goes along with what Chris was saying about his interview with him, where he doesn't put himself in this progressive rock box. He's done poppy albums. He's done all sorts of different stuff. He's done electronic stuff. He
which was awful, by the way, but his last album, Future Bites, was terrible.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it, but I love the fact that he went there. You know what I mean? And that he's not afraid to go there.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, he's retouched Black Sabbath albums, Jethro Tull. He's been all over the place, and the guy is he's a brilliant musician, and he surrounds himself with brilliant musicians, and it's kind of fun to see him go back to his bread and butter with this record, especially after the last one.
You know what? I just realized this definitely sounded more like the old Porcupine Tree stuff. I just realized that, like the very first albums, like when it was just him, when it was a solo project.
Yeah,
that's I didn't even think about that until just now. That's weird. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Good point.
So I was enjoying that this afternoon. So it's a fun record, and mine 2 and 1. I kind of went back and forth, but if you know me, you know I love old school outlaw country, and
outlaw country. I always think of Archer every time I hear it. Every time I think of the show Archer every time.
But this gentleman has a new record that came out this year, which is pretty remarkable since he's been gone for several years, and it's the new Waylon Jennings album, Songbird.
Wow. Oh, and since he's 1,000, I got it.
Yeah, and it's the title track is the Fleetwood Mac song, And
He does it so good. I remember you telling me about it.
I didn't think I was
What
going to
song?
like it because that's my favorite
Songbird.
Songbird.
Oh,
Which is Christy McVie sang it. It's just her and the piano. And I didn't think I was going to like it. And I love Waylon's voice, but I was like, you can't touch Songbird. And he did a phenomenal job on it.
Yeah.
And that whole record, they brought in, it's not AI, it's not any of that. They brought in his old band and they finished the record. So we were talking about the Hendrix stuff where, they brought in studio musicians. This is not the case. It's his band and it's his son who spearheaded the whole thing.
that's awesome.
And it's done with the utmost care. And it's just such a throwback.
When did he
like,
die?
He died early 2000s.
He's been gone a long time, right? Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought so. I was like,
Yeah.
you confused me with that. I was, I was like, what?
Yeah, no, he's been gone a while. Unfortunately. And, I think from that, the Highwaymen group, I think Willie's the only one left, and Willie's in his 90s. So
Yeah.
um,
I think Waylon's been gone, what, about a good 15 years?
yeah,
Would you say?
easily, if not 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a fantastic record. So we went from obscure neo prog to outlaw country in 3 records.
Hey,
So,
listen, I it's not an unusual day to hear, Pantera, the Callous Boys, and Godspell on my
Love it.
playlist. So,
Love it.
so
Love
that's
it.
just, that's not an unusual day for me. It just all makes sense.
It's boring if you don't listen to different stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, very. Wow, he's been gone for 23 years.
Yeah.
Waylon
Wow.
Jennings.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, he just
Yeah.
my favorite country singer, and just something about his voice, and there's some incredible stories that I've heard going around about him. So a character
Oh, definitely.
to the 10th degree.
Definitely.
So
Cool. All right.
Wow.
my
432.
My 4 is, we were just talking about this band, and it's the shirt that I'm wearing, Dig. Their
Mhm.
newest album, big surprise, man. And they hadn't had an album out since 1999, and they came back, and I listened to the album, and it's only on digital right now, but they said they're going to release a vinyl version of the album in the coming year, so I'm looking forward to that. It was cool. They sent me this shirt after the interview. They sent me this single. They sent me this 45 as well, Sunset and Embury. It's a split single, actually. So
Is it alt rock like in the old days, or?
yeah, it's but it's got that tinge of psychedelia that they incorporate into their music, shoegaze, kind of like the whole, it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very melodic, but it's very, it's got that alt 90s. It's like going back like in the mid 90s, man.
Right. That's
kinda,
awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. But they were getting, see, when they came out, I liked them right away because they were pretty unique. They had a 3-guitar attack, 3 guitar players, and it was just kind of like this wall of sound. But then they would, like, in the middle of a song, they go into this like kind of psychedelic, kind of moody, spacey kind of vibe, almost in a vein of like maybe some Smashing Pumpkins, kind of, because they were kind of like that too,
Yeah, sure.
But then it can get real hard again. I love the album. I think the album is great. So it's it's the lowercase I in parentheses, but then the album cover is an eyeball. So check them out, stream them out, man. They made my number 4. That's how strong the album was for me. So
That's good. It's a very good album.
very good album, man.
Mhm.
My number 3, I'm going, and it's so great to hear somebody of this stature and this iconic come out with such a strong album this year. And I'm talking about the Revenge of Alice Cooper. The Alice Cooper Band. I love the album. I think the album was great. It made my number 3 on my list, and it was good to see like the actual original Alice Cooper Band back together, man.
As Joe Staub smiles.
Yeah. That's
He's
my
the
number
biggest
3.
Alice Cooper stan I know.
My number 2, and a lot of people know that I'm really into the doom sludge kind of stoner metal stuff. So a band from the UK that I love, and it's the newest album called Violence Dimensions. It's a band called Conan. Check them out. I waxed poetic about them on a show a while back.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're into that kind of doom, kind of stoner metal, and you got to be in the mood for it. But when you're in the mood for it, you can just kind of lay back and just get lost in it, man. And I love doing that once in a while, in the dark and have a candle lit or something and get real atmospheric and, hear the down-tuned guitars and, that stuff. So Conan, number 2. That's my number 2.
Cool. All right, my 432. This is gonna be the first album on my list that's an actual debut album, and I'm going with Dark Chapel, Spirit in the Glass.
Dark Chapel.
I think I shared that with y'all. It's a just a straight up hard rock band that brings back really good feels. The guitar solos are very deep and melodic. It's so good. It's a great album. I was supposed to see them here about a week, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They were playing with Zach Sabbath.
So this actually makes sense because it's the singer from Black Label, is it not?
Who?
The guitarist? The band you're talking about.
Zach Wild?
No, the other Dario. God, hold on a second. Keep going. Sorry.
Okay, no.
Dario Lorena. He plays lead guitar and rhythm, but he's the lead singer for this band that you're talking about right now.
Oh, okay.
He's in Black Label, so it makes sense if with Zach Sabbath. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, please. If there's something that you need to add that I don't know, please.
Yeah, I just learned myself. I had heard of the band, but I didn't know that we're a new band. I thought they were around.
No, they just came out with this album in August, and when I saw that they were on the bill, I started streaming them. I said, "Man, this is really good. I really enjoyed it." So, Dark Chapel, Spirit in the Glass, and this right here, this was introduced to me from the music group by Joe and Jimmy and Chris had introduced this to me. But before I get to that, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit because our buddy Joe put some band albums out there. A couple of them that we mentioned. He mentioned The Testament, Alice Cooper, Deftones, Coheed and Cambria, Coroner, Stephen Wilson.
See, he mentioned Coroner. I told you. Yeah. I fucking told you.
Yeah, so so those were in his list.
And Sodom. Yeah, they have a new album out.
Yeah, but I left the Coroner off because of Joe, and I was right because I thought he could have been the fourth guest. I thought he could have been the fourth guest. I didn't know who it was going to be.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to, but he was able to make it after all, and then his plans fell through. But we weren't able to get him on.
He also says, "I also really loved what I'm sure will be Chris's number 1."
So no.
Yeah. He says, "I won't spoil that one."
Okay, don't say it because he's right. Because he's 100% right.
My number 3, I am going to go with a band that y'all introduced me to, and this is the band I was talking about that I'm going to get lost in for the next year or two. And I was finally introduced to this band. I'm talking about Spock's Beard.
Yes.
With Arch Optimus.
Dude,
what an album, man!
I love
what
Spock's
an album
Beard.
that is.
I was in a band in the 90s and we actually opened for them twice and it was embarrassing. It was terrible. It was so bad.
So thanks to you guys for that. And now
Spock's Beard, you'll delve into a good catalog there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till you get to the Neil Moore stuff because that's the prime Spock's Beard. I mean, I like a lot of it, but that's the shit, man. Those 5 albums are like 6 albums. 6? Yeah, 6. Those albums are just like peak prog metal of the 90s.
I'll probably have to lean on you guys to let me know which ones to really dabble in.
Well, since you like the newest one, I would just work backwards from here. I really would. That's what I would do. But that's just me.
And my number 2, I'm going to go with, I'm surprised that this really hasn't been talked about more, but The Revenge of Alice Cooper. I thought it was a fantastic album.
Yeah.
And I kept on wondering, why hasn't this band gone back together for so long when they still had this piss and vinegar in them? I thought it was fantastic. It sounded like a classic Alice Cooper album. It was really weird how And this is the reason why it's so high. It's an album that sounds 2025, but could have been released in 1973. It's got that kind of tone and feel to it. It's so authentic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It could have been released after their last one, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It sounds great. It sounds great. And in no shape or form did they lose anything in their personality or who and what the name Alice Cooper stands for. So that stands at number 2 for me. It was so good. And I remember before it came out, they had a deal on Amazon where it was like $18 for the vinyl.
Yeah, I missed that deal too, man.
Vinyl.
Damn.
I missed that deal.
Yeah, I did. I grabbed it. I had to wait 6 weeks to get it, but still, you know.
Worth it.
The day it was released, though.
And it's a double album. Yeah. Double vinyl.
So that's my number 2. So right
All
there
right.
with Dark Chapel, Spock's Beard, and Alice Cooper. And I mentioned 2 bands in my top 4 that I'd never even heard of until recently.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
So that's why I love doing these because we dive into these albums and bands that I'm just glad we do this because we're pushing music forward for our listeners and for ourselves. So
Absolutely.
Well, in my opinion, that means you had a really good year because that means
Yeah.
you did some
I
exploratory stuff.
told you I was having a good year, Chris.
You had a good year. Yeah, no, you did.
Trying
Yeah.
to piss on my parade.
No, I didn't piss on your parade. You said everyone else had a good year. That's what you said. I'm not pissing on your parade. I'm glad you're having a fantastic year. The rest of the world is on fire, Andy.
I did say that the most
United-
people.
Yes,
I live on
United-
my own island.
United
That was my
States,
own
the
island.
United States is literally standing on the precipice of the 7th circle of hell, and you know it's just what it is. So,
And Andy's having a great time.
and Andy's having a great time, and that's fine. I'm glad, man. If you're
All
gonna,
right,
go, out,
guys.
if you're gonna go out laughing, brother.
All right. Hey, guys, we're up to number 1.
Woo!
Our number 1 album of 2025. Hit it, Chris.
I mean, I think this is obvious if we've been in the chat at all. Joe, do you want to type it first? It's Between the Buried and Me, The Blue Nowhere. This might be one of the best albums I've heard this decade, let alone this year.
Wow.
It is so fucking good. And this is a band that almost never misses, but it's weird because their last album, Colors 2, was kind of a step back. It was great still, but it paled in comparison to everything that came before it. And then they came back with this and they even did some different things. They did the most commercially accessible song they ever did on this album, which is the title track. The opening song is so bananas, but yet has like a Rush quality to it where it's so crazy and progressive, but yet it feels listenable and accessible, which is something that Between the Buried and Me cannot boast very often because they are insanely heavy usually. And even within that song, they're very heavy. But to me, I've always said they were the yin to Dream Theater's yang. And this is absolutely true because Parasomnium sucked and The Blue Nowhere is phenomenal. So perfect yin yang. Like they complement each other perfectly. Put out a shitty prog album and put out an amazing prog album. It's a concept record. It's very heavy. It's also got a lot of great melody, which is a consistent theme with me almost always. And The Blue Nowhere. And just to add on to that, again, there's another, I listened to the entire album for the first time on camera, and that's on my Patreon and my YouTube channel. The highlights are on my YouTube channel because you can't play music on YouTube. And that's Redbeard videos for both. And also I have an interview with Paul Wagner and Tommy Rogers, the guitarist and the vocalist, keyboardist for Between the Buried and Me on my YouTube channel. So please go check that out. My number 1 album was BT Bam or Between the Buried and Me, The Blue Nowhere.
Wow.
Oh, and this is and I have the CD. So there you go. I have the CD.
Beautiful.
There you go. All right.
Double CD?
No, it's a single CD.
Oh,
Oh, it is a double CD. I'm lying. Sorry. I am lying. It's like an 80-minute album. So
that's
yeah,
how
I guess
long the album is. All right.
It's very Christmassy looking too.
Yeah. Actually, the whole aesthetic was because it was the joke that we were going with me and my kids. The whole aesthetic is like Song of the Summer. It's like Song of the Summer aesthetic. It's very pastel and teal and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I could see it's kind of Christmassy at first look too. The trees and all that. Yeah, sure. I get it. I buy it. I'm with it.
They were down.
And that's-
They were down in Miami, hanging out with Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah, they decided that, because the last album was all like black and
Yeah.
dark colors. So yeah, no, yeah.
That's a band that I'm just kind of getting into. I mentioned it in the chat. But I've been focused on like the Parallax and Colors and
Parallax
Alaska.
is so good, dude.
And they're one of those bands like you can't just listen to a
One
record.
song. Yeah.
You can't even listen to it 5-6 times and really wrap your head around it. It's so dense. You really gotta like sink your teeth into it. So I
Yeah.
haven't gotten to that record yet, but maybe I just need to jump ahead and
For those
listen
out
to
there,
it.
who are like scared off by extreme metal or by gutturals or by like screamo vocals or whatever, this album would be the best place to start if there was going to be an entry point for BT Bam. Joe can tell you that for sure, because that's how he got into him. And then he went backwards and started going. He's like, yeah, this is all great. But like some people just get off put immediately when they hear it's too aggressive. So I would say either this album or an album called Coma Ecliptic would be a great place to start for Between the Buried and Me. If that's your case, if you're into super heavy stuff, then start with Colors 1 and just go back, just go for, or you can even start at the beginning, but the production on the first two albums are, but yeah, I would start at Colors always, or Alaska, and just move forward. But
Move forward. Yeah. This is kind of what I did, but yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. So go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm good. I was passing the torch.
Nice. Well, I am changing my number one midstream because of something that Andy said, and I said it right from the beginning that I was going to forget something and leave it off my list. And sadly, I'm bumping Alice Cooper off the list. I do love that record, but I can't leave off Spock's Beard because, again, they just hit on everything that I love. I love Ted. I love the Ted Leonard era, who is the current vocalist. The guy is incredibly talented. He was up for the lead vocalist spot in Kansas at one point before their current vocalist got it. He's a huge Kansas fan. At some of the Morse Fest stuff, they've done some Kansas medleys where Ted will get up and sing. But
he was in two other bands that I used to listen to all the time, Thought Chamber and Pattern Seeking Animals.
Yeah.
And because I recognized the name, I just looked it up and I'm like, oh, that's that guy. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Pattern Seeking Animals, they put out an album this year too, I think.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought they were gone a long time.
No, because essentially it's basically Spock's Beard minus Neil Morse's brother, who plays lead in Spock's.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the main songwriter. Since Neil left, it's kind of his creative outlet outside of Spock's Beard.
Can I just say for 1 second though, how lazy is the name Thought Chamber for a prog metal band in 2006? Like, come on, what are you doing here? Thought Chamber? You just basically went, okay, what's dreams or thoughts? Okay, and a theater is kind of a chamber.
Oh boy!
Wow. That was some lazy shit, guys. So anyway, continue, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But I can't. I knew I forgot something, and that was the record. So thank you, Andy, for reminding me.
Thank you for getting me into it to begin with.
I've got to get Spock's Beard on there, and it is an incredible catalog. Unfortunately, Andy, my favorite record isn't on streaming. It's a concept record called Snow.
Oh, God.
And it was Neil's last album with the band, and it's a top 3 concept record of all time for me. So I think I've got a digital copy of it somewhere. If you ever need it, let me know, and I will do my best to get it to you if we can't get it on streaming, because it is well worth the time.
You could probably find it on YouTube, no?
You might be able to. Yeah. You might be able to.
You can pretty much find everything on YouTube, man.
The whole album is on. It's a 2 hour and 45-minute album, and it's on the whole thing's on YouTube. So
yeah, the YouTube has everything. I mean,
there's a live show they did of that at a Morse Fest where they brought back all of the former members of Spock's Beard, and they all play the whole record.
That's
like they kind of go forth because Nick DiVirgilio was the original drummer who now drums for
Mr. Big.
Big Big Train.
Oh, Big Big Train. That's right.
Yeah,
he was with Mr.
He
Big.
did drum Mr. Big. He's played with Steve Hackett.
Great
he
drummer.
sang,
Great singer too.
Oh yeah, he does it all. He
Yeah.
does it all.
Well,
He
was
plays
perfect.
odd time signatures while singing perfect 3-part.
He was the
harmony.
perfect answer to the problems Eric Martin was having on that Mr. Big tour. He was the perfect answer. Like he was just exactly what they needed, and they didn't miss a beat. It was wonderful. He was perfect. It was so great.
Yeah.
And since we were talking about favorite Spock Spirits albums, I'm partial to Kindness of Strangers,
Mhm.
but like I can't deny V or 5 and Snow. Those are like those are peak.
There's not
Spock
a bad
Spirit.
there's not a bad album in the Neil Morse bunch. Like
I
you
agree.
can't go wrong.
I agree.
So sorry to go on my diatribe, but that's
No, man, please.
That's
This
what
is
it's all
about.
No, yeah, for real. I mean, like I'm just tipping my toes into Spock Spirit. I didn't even know Neil Morse was in the band.
Yep.
I mean, that's
He
how
was-
I'm just
He was their
starting.
founder. He's their founder.
I'm
He's
starting
one of their
to
brother.
do it.
He and his brother. Yep. And he left because he went all Christy.
And I'm not going. I'm not one of those guys that lies about not knowing things. I'm like, oh yeah, I know all that. No, I need to know this. So I can get more in tune, because that means a lot. Because Morris has been here and there. Now that I know where his starting point was or what he
I
started.
remember he
Yeah.
and he was in that band Transatlantic that I saw too.
Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah, so
One of my favorite Neil Morse CDs ever, and I don't know if any of you have ever heard this, but have you ever heard Yellow Matter Custard?
Yep.
It was a live show that Portnoy put together a whole
the
like
Beatles.
a Beatles tribute with like it was him and Paul Gilbert and Greg Bissonette and Neil Morse, and it was fucking incredible. It was so good.
Yeah.
Such a good, and I can't find it anywhere. That's not on streaming anywhere. And I have
They
the
do have
CD
live
somewhere.
shows. They do have live shows on YouTube of that. I know for a fact.
Yeah, but they don't have the CD. Everything I've found on YouTube has been of poor quality sound wise.
Yeah.
And it was only one show, right? They only did the one show. They didn't.
They
tour
might
or
have done a
anything, did they?
couple, but there's one major one that they have on YouTube, but they may have done some more. Neil Morse has his own streaming service, but it's probably on there.
Oh, it is on
From-
here now. It wasn't on here. It says 8 years
Oh,
ago. I
really?
couldn't find it the last time I looked. Okay, well there you go. YouTube literally has everything.
Awesome.
But it's a great set. It's an incredible set. They all sing. All of them sing. All of them do stuff. It's great. It's really fun.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's really fun. The
Cool.
live version of Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except for Me and My Monkey is one of my favorite things. So
Yep. Oh, 100%.
All right, Al, what's your number one album for?
number one.
all right, man. So this is the surprise I was talking about. This is
It's number
Your
one.
number one album
it's
was a
number
surprise.
one.
Hell
It's
yeah.
very rare.
Wow.
It's very rare that a new band that I discover would even like hit number one. But when I heard this album, I fell in love with it. Like it's one of those instant, it's great, dude. Like it's just when you were young and you would hear an album and you fell in love with it. I mean, when I got done listening to this album, I had a smile on my face. I was like, I think I just discovered a new band, and they've been around, I think, already 10 years. But for me, it's brand new. They're a band from Italy. They're called Messa, Messa, and the album is called The Spin. Okay, they have a female vocalist. They're in the goth doom kind of genre, but they mix jazz in there. It's kind of like if you took early Cult, when Cult was like kind of like this post-punk kind of gothic kind of band, and you like made them heavy, real heavy, right? But very melodic. And then they go into this kind of jazzy territory.
Oh,
It's just unbelievable. It's like if you took the Cult, Susie and the Banshees, and Merciful Fate, and you threw them into a blender. Honestly,
That's wild.
yeah, it's wild,
I'll check
man.
this
I mean,
out.
but the songs are just so good. The album is so good. I mean, if I'm gonna just turn you on to one album from my list, The Spin by Messa is the one, man. Just check them out. I mean, I think you'll love the album and you'll fall in love with the band. I fell in love with I think her name is Sarah. I don't know her last name, but they're an Italian band. They're from Italy, but she sings in English, and I fell in love with her voice. I don't even know what she looks like, and I didn't delve that much into the. I just fell in love with the album, and I'm gonna go. I want to actually go out and get it on vinyl or CD, whatever I can find physical, and own it. And then I want to explore the back catalog because they have a few EPs and albums prior.
So I'm reading a quote of a review. I had to translate it to English because it was in Italian, but it says that they would compare this band to Uriah Heep, Black Sabbath, the Melvins, Caius, John Coltrane, and Chelsea Wolfe.
Look at that. Right there, man.
I'm
Dude,
sold.
honestly, dude. Like in the middle of one of their songs, they kind of went into this whole like I thought like I was listening to like a Miles Davis kind of song then.
Yeah.
It was kind of breakdown was real jazzy, and then they went back into this cool gothic kind of. Oh, it was just incredible, and her female vocals on top of that. Sorry, I'm getting over being sick. Anyway,
Are they in English or?
yes, English.
Just to interject, I heard this album a couple of times this past week because I fell in love with the album cover. I thought the album cover was cool because it's like a snake that makes it into a ring kind of thing.
Like an
So I thought, well,
Ouroboros?
that sounds pretty cool.
Like an
And when I
Ouroboros?
heard it, I mean, it made a big impression on me. I thought it was a really good album.
You heard the album as well?
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
it.
okay.
I'm probably going to listen to it as soon as I get done here.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to play.
Let me
I'm
know
gonna-
what you think, man.
I'm going to hit the Eddie so it kicks in so I can sleep, and I'm going to play video games and listen to this. So that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my night.
Thank you,
Nice.
Yeah, of
man.
course.
Well, I watched Poetic on them, and they're my number one. And I don't think I've ever had like a new band enter my life where they made my number one on my top end of the year list. So
That's why I'm going to listen to it immediately because that
Yeah.
shocks me.
uh,
So I was like, this is worth checking out.
I even sent the album to my daughter. I'm like, check this out, listen to them. I think you'll love them because my daughter's like really getting into all this kind of. Her favorite band at the moment is Typo Negative. Like she's a real
Awesome.
Typo fan right now.
How old is she?
She's 17.
That's phenomenal, dude. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And
She
it's
loves
pretty
Peter
cool.
Steele, and I'm like, obviously she read up on him, and she knows that he passed away. But she was like, I wish they were still around. I'd love to see them. I told her I saw them back in the day, so
I feel
they're
like I read
very
somewhere
unique
that-
band, very unique. In
I
the
feel
90s.
like I read
so-
somewhere that the members were talking about.
No, it's
like-
a live album that they're putting together.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's not. They're not going to replace him or go out.
Yes, no.
you
No,
know.
but this album by Mesa does have some Typo Negative undertones to it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
By the bass.
That's what I was talking about, like kind of the goth influence
Yeah.
in there as well, mixed with the metal and the kind of doomy. But then they go into this jazzy thing, which is fucking phenomenal, bro. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know,
Great.
dude.
I'll never forget when Typo had their moment, man. When Christian Woman
Mhm.
and like Black
Oh, yeah.
Number One and all that. I'll just never forget that. And I saw them. I'm not joking. I saw them for 6 consecutive shows with 6 different bands over the summer of that year. It was
Wow.
crazy. They caught on every New York show I went to. They were opening.
That's awesome.
Like they were the opener. Like they were the first band on. It was
I remember
crazy.
seeing them open for Queensryche on the Promised Land.
Promised
tour.
Land tour. Yep.
Yeah.
That was that summer. That was that year because I saw them open for who else? They opened for Van Halen that year, which was weird. I thought that was odd. They opened for
Motley
God.
Crue.
no. I'm trying to remember what was the show that I was at where Mike Portnoy was there too. Like he was just there. Because it was on Long Island. So I'm trying to remember. He was just there. Who
I
was it?
saw them in '96 with
I don't remember.
Ozzy.
I don't remember now. But it might have been Pantera, actually.
Oh, okay.
Might have been Pantera, yeah. Because Portnoy was there, and Portnoy knew me as that dude. That's what he always called me that. And he probably called everybody that, so I don't think it's special. But he was like, oh, it's that dude. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway,
All right, Andy, you're
enough of my stories today.
Yeah, my number one, I'm going to go with an old favorite. It's really something when you find an artist, and he's my second favorite of all time.
I know where you're going with
Oh,
already.
you grow old together. His voice is getting old, but man, his guitar is still so good. I'm talking about Neil Young on his album, Talking to the Trees. Fantastic. His albums during the late 20 teens, like between 2015 and 2020, they were kind of hodgepodge. A lot of mishmash albums, but lately He's been releasing about 2 albums a year since then.
Talk about a guy that's still prolific.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this album. He takes so many chances on this album. He's at a point that he doesn't have to.
Yeah, but he always
But
has. That's who he
But
is.
always
That's
has
always who he was.
music
Yeah,
forward. And
he can't stay. He can't stay in one place too long.
no, he can't. He's got so many ideas still coming and going.
Yeah.
He keeps changing bands according to the sound that he wants for a specific project. I'm just still in awe of him, and I'm glad that I latched onto him back in the early '90s because I follow him, and it's like we're going step by step in life with what he's singing about, with what he's seen and what I'm seeing now. Because his writing has always been so heartfelt and so true, and we see it. I see it. And it's always exciting when he has something new come out. He has this. He also has the Neil Young Archives. He released another album that came out that in between 75 and 77, the record company released it in patches and put on different albums. He released what the album should have sounded like before the record companies got their hands on them. So that's been his project lately.
Excuse me.
Release an album the way it should have been done, and then release a new album. He's had that pattern for the past 4 years now. So, man, he just keeps on going. So I got to hand it to him. So Neil Young is my number one.
He's 80 now, right? He's in his 80s now, right?
He's about 78, 79.
Oh, okay, so he didn't hit 80 yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's there, man. He's getting there.
He's gonna make it.
Had a birthday in November, and he's playing with the Chrome Hearts. The band with the Chrome Hearts. It's got one of Willie Nelson's son in there, Lucas Nelson.
Oh, Lucas
He's good.
Nelson, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah. So
He's good in his own right, yeah.
he's got a really good young, crazy horse-like band with him. So Neil Young.
It's awesome.
So
Awesome, man.
we have. Are we doing honorable mentions or no?
Yeah, go for it.
You can do it, man.
So, well, because I have a few things to say here. So,
Yeah,
my
sure.
only honorable mention would be the Dress to Kill box set, because that raw alive one recording is such a revelation and so wonderful, and the timing of it. Like I'm sure that they've been planning these 50th anniversary releases forever now. So, so I know it had nothing to do with Ace's death, but
Right.
I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Ace's death at the end of this year. It was
Hit hard.
it was the worst. Yeah, it was
Hit between him and Ozzy, those two hit me real hard.
yeah, but I wasn't. See, the Ozzy thing did hit me. It didn't hit me hard, but like that.
You
is
knew he was
tragic.
sick, though. You knew
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was-
Well,
yeah.
it's not just that. I'm not an Ozzy guy, but I am a Kiss guy, right? So, and I have. I mean, I'm like I am a Kiss guy. I'm wearing the Love Gun 50th
Bang.
anniversary
Yeah,
hoodie,
yeah.
and which pisses me off because does anybody else just want to grind Gene Simmons' face into the fucking ground today? Like, does he have to go and deride Ace Frehley like that? Like, what is his problem?
His default.
Well,
The
he-
wrong
like his
member died.
default
The wrong
mode.
member died. I'm sorry, but the fucking wrong member died. So anyway, rest in peace, Ace. I just wanted to say that. But that, if anybody is a Kiss fan, or even if you kind of like Kiss on the peripherals or whatever, and you're familiar with a live one, my God, please go listen to the live stuff on Dress to Kill, the box set, the 50th anniversary. 'Cause
phenomenal.
it is so. I've never
Between that and the Alive box set, I mean, it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah,
dude.
I've never been so impressed or like not impressed, but like shocked by something because I knew it was doctored, like we all have known for decades.
Yeah.
But then when you hear it, and even like I don't know, there was something about that recording that was just so much more that's not released anywhere else. I have never seen it anywhere else. It's just awesome. It made my whole year. It really did, and it really lightened the Ace Frehley death a little bit. To be able to hear that, it's almost like he was reaching through like from death, and it was awesome. It was so cool.
Really that good?
It really is.
It is.
It's that good if you're. I think it's that good if you're like a Kiss fan.
Right.
I mean, it's that good anyway. Like if you're a rock fan,
Right.
it really shows. Like I think it shows more the excitement that they were talking about than the actual album does now. It
the
might.
album was great.
No, the album is great, and it did in its time. It showed the excitement of the band, but now, like having seen Kiss almost 25 times like I did, and knowing what they actually sound like all those times, but then being able to reach back beyond my life, because 75, that was a year before I was born, and hear it as if it's new, right?
Yeah.
I'm hearing these things that I've heard before, but now I'm hearing them as if they're different and new. It's just super exciting, dude. That's the only way I could put it. I don't want you to put it on and be like, well, this is just Kiss live. Like, I don't want to sugarcoat it. If you're not a Kiss fan, it might not be that exciting, but if you've heard Kiss and listened to them at all, it's a revelation. That's all I'm going to say. There's nothing more I can expand on it any further.
Okay.
I think that's the best thing they've ever released with a Kiss logo on it.
Well, I disagree with that. Ace Frehley solo album, but
I love Ace's solo album. I do, but there's just something. Dress to Kill was the first album I ever bought, so there's a nostalgia piece to that, and I think that as I get older, those first 3 records are kind of like my sweet spot, and yeah, I mean, you can't. I don't know. Just the fact that they opened up with Rock Bottom in Detroit.
Yeah,
on that tour, like how cool is that? Like anytime they're not opening with Deuce or Detroit Rock City, I get really excited.
It's a win. Yeah.
So,
When they whip out I Stole Your Love or Creatures, I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I'll never forget. Go ahead.
Oh no, my first show was Revenge, and they opened with Creatures, and I was like,
see, that was my second show, and that's what I said. My it's so weird because you're talking about the pattern of Detroit and Deuce, right? Detroit and Deuce. But my first 2 Kiss concerts ever were Hot in the Shade, where they opened with I Stole Your Love, and then Revenge, which they opened with Creatures. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, I guess the pattern is broken.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It's incredible.
All right,
Anybody else?
I don't know, Jimmy. You got anything?
There's a ton of stuff, but I think we've hit most of the high points. There's a band.
I'll highlight it. I mean, if you have something to highlight, go ahead, man. If you want.
There's a group called Car Mechanic.
Car Mechanic's awesome.
Yeah, but it's like Karma, Karma Mechanic. Karma Mechanic.
But it's all one word.
And really great band. And I know there's so much stuff out there that I'm missing. I believe Cadaver had a new album out. Great German Cadaver.
Oh yeah,
spelled with a K.
Mm-hmm.
Great kind of doom rock, stoner rock band out of Germany. And had I spent a little more time with it, that probably would have made my list as well. So those are the 2 I wanted to highlight.
I wanted to highlight if we're gonna, Chris brought up the reissue of Dress to Kill, the Thin Lizzy reissue of Nightlife and Fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I just ordered that box set actually, so I can't wait to get it.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like, what is that, 7 CDs or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I love Thin Lizzy, dude. And by the reviews that this has been gotten, I can't wait to hear it, and get it. So
those are 2 of my favorite records.
To me, that'll probably be a reissue of the year for me, So
nice.
That's really it.
You know what I do want to mention that did come out this year. It's like this Beatle Camp just comes out with stuff that just blows your mind. Anthology 4.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how can they do better than 1, 2, and 3? And they come out with another big project just to remind people that they're the best ever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And honestly, I've said it recently because every once in a while I'm just blown away by how good they were. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't trust anyone who doesn't like the Beatles. Like there's something wrong with you. I think there's something wrong with you. Like your ears are broken, or you just hate Joy, or I don't know, but there's something wrong with you if you don't like the Beatles. I'm sorry to say it in such a way, but I just, and I don't think
an album at that.
What's that?
3.5 years they went from I Want to Hold Your Hand to Sgt. Pepper's.
Yeah.
Think about that. 3.5 years. They progress at lightning speed.
And the balls to do that too. Like, because I don't don't know. I understand Beatlemania was a thing, but
Yeah.
there still had to be a sense of trepidation. Like, if we put out some shit, this can all be over. Like, look
Right.
what's happening with Taylor Swift right now. Like, she had what was almost equivalent to a Beatlemania moment with her Eras tour and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Mhm.
And then, like, this last album that came out, I've seen dozens of worst of the year lists that had that album on it, and that's wild to me. And even though it's still
Yeah.
sold ridiculously well, I don't think that'll happen for the next album. I think she's
Right.
really gonna have to pull something big. And I like Taylor, so I have no problem with Taylor Swift. I'm one of the few like rock guys out there that's like, I fucking
I have no problem with her
the
either.
album Lover is an all-time great pop record, period. Her album Lover is an all-time great pop record. So, like, but yeah, no, there had to be a point where while they're making Sgt. Pepper's and George Harrison is doing Within You, Without You with a sitar, and they have to be going, guys, is this really the way we should go? And yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, okay, do it.
Yeah.
And they just did it. They had guts. I think that's lost on a lot of people, that they really had balls. Like, this stuff wasn't just immediately like, they couldn't have possibly known, like, yeah, this is going to be popular. People are going to love this. They weren't even touring to support this stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think people know, like we do, that there was only a 7-year gap that they did all this.
Right.
And the changes between 63 and 67.
Yep.
It's just
mind blowing, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And what people do now in the world of music business, they don't do diddly squat in a 3 or 4 year period.
One album every 3 years. One album every 3 years is, I mean, the best you can hope for.
It's almost like the norm now, man.
Yeah, that is the norm. The best you can hope for is an album every 2 years. I'm trying to think of what band. Coheed and Cambria is on a 1 every 3 year trajectory, I think, right now. Some of the smaller bands
King
do
Gizzard.
like every 2 years, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. King Gizzard. Yeah, exactly. Bands like that.
King Gizzard, like
the Wizard Lizards,
albums a year,
Lounge Lizards.
And I'm
sometimes I just don't know what to buy from those guys. But I was talking to a record store owner probably a couple of months ago, and he was telling me that the last 2 or 3 albums by them are just great. He says great country rock.
Mm-hmm.
He said, just think of Later Day Birds, or maybe even what's the name of that band with Graham Parsons?
Flying
Flying
Brothers?
Burrito.
Yeah. He said, think of Flying Burrito Brothers, and that's what they're doing right now. And it's a big departure from what they were doing in 2020.
Who is this now?
King Gizzard.
King Gizzard.
Really? They went that direction?
Every album is like different. They did a metal record, and then the next record was like an electronic album after that.
Yep.
Wow.
And then like borderline yacht rock album. Like they just they have no boundaries. Like they will do anything, which is
they have a
phenomenal.
Weezer feel.
Right. They don't care. Like we're in this mood. We'll do this. They did an album that was called Changes that was all based around one chord progression. You know what I mean? Like,
They just
let's do an entire album on one
probably
chord
just guys
progression.
like, how can we fuck with people this time around? Like, what are we gonna do?
You see, so I never know what to buy because I don't know what to expect from them. So see, that's another band that I'm gonna have to really dig into. I'm gonna be digging into this shit until 2029.
Hey man, let's do it. What better?
Awesome.
What is there better to dig into is music? Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
What better thing to do, right? All right,
exactly.
guys. Anything else y'all want to add? Anything else you want to tell everybody out there before?
Oh,
I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Have a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, but I want to shamelessly plug myself like the whore that I am.
For it,
my
whore.
channel is coming back next week. I've been on hiatus for 3 months. It's been a year. 2025 has not been kind, but I'm still happy and I'm still here. So please go to my Patreon, Redbeard Videos. Please go to my it's $3 a month. Go to YouTube channel, Redbeard Videos, TikTok, Redbeard Videos, everywhere. And I'm going to be broadcasting every the fuck where Monday through Friday. Starting this Monday, I'm doing a radio show on TikTok, and also on Patreon. I'll be doing them live, and then I will be cutting up highlights and putting them on my YouTube channel that day. It's going to be
Awesome.
called the Side Quest Lunch Hour. It's going to be from noon to 3 p.m. Eastern time. And you can check it out for free on TikTok, or you can go to Patreon for $3 a month and watch it there. And I take requests, but I will be doing themed shows every day. So it'll be within that theme, playing music, talking. I'll be doing a lot of talking. It's going to be a talk show, music show hybrid, like Stern back in the day, that kind of thing. When he first started, where he would play like 3 songs an hour. It might be that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So some days might get more music, some days might get less, but we're going to talk about all manner of things, and it's going to be patterned after it. It's going to be fake commercials. There's going to be imaging. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it's going to be fun times. So I'm hoping to start this Monday. That's my goal. I'm going to film a trailer tomorrow actually, and we're going to put it out there. So, and then last thing, if you're a vinyl collector, since we talked about vinyl so much, I will be also on Whatnot, Redbeard Videos. I sell records.
Nice.
And I do shows, and I just hang out. And if you want to buy something, you can buy something, or you can come hang out with me, whatever you want to do. Thank you all. Thank you for having me as always, and Happy New Year to everyone and to you guys.
Happy New Year, Chris. Thanks for being here with us, man. You're
And
always
may there be tons more great releases next year, and we'll be on next week. I don't know what the theme is going to be next week, but
I don't know.
I don't
we'll
know.
figure that out as we go.
Top 25 reissues. How about that? I mean, top 10 of 2025 reissues.
The top song of 2020, top 10 songs of 2026.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Songs are so hard, especially with what we listen to.
I know.
Like, what kind of songs can we pick? Really? Like I like Between the Buried and Me. The whole album.
Yeah, pick singles these days.
Yeah, no,
especially when there's no, there's not that much rock radio around.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck in the snow, Jim. Don't get lost.
Thank you.
Yeah,
all right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Well, have a happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, guys. Happy New Year. I'll be talking to you real soon.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
And thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Happy New Year. Thanks for making 2025 a great year for us here at Black Spinner. Thank you, everyone.
Peace. Cheers.
Peace out, y'all. Take care.